If you could have anything in the whole world, what would it be? A room full of video games.
Stick around.
Hey, what's up guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection, back with another video. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the game room. Back with another one. Very excited for this video, and today's topic is going to be what my top 10 favorite games of all time are. I was recently tagged by a really great friend of mine, awesome YouTuber himself, content creator, Steve from Steve Craig Retro Games. If you guys haven't checked his channel out, please do me a favor and go check his channel out. Subscribe to his channel. Tell him Sam from Contagious Collection sent you. Again, Steve from Steve Craig Retro Games. So the topic of the video, guys, is what my favorite top 10 favorite games of all time are. And before I get into that, I want to thank Steve again for tagging me in this video. Broski, what's up? Thank you for tagging me in this and making me a part of this. I think it's really great. So we're gonna get this cycle going and you know, keep it moving on. And I'm gonna tag 4 other YouTubers before I show what my top 10 favorite games are of all time. And I'm gonna start off with Immortal Ermac 94, The Game Room, Gullpain, and Dad Racer. So those are the 4 YouTubers I'm tagging: Immortal Ermac 94, The Game Room, Gullpain, and Dad Racer. So I think it will be really cool to see what you guys have in your top 10 favorite games, or what those games would be if you had to pick your top 10 favorite games. All right, guys, I'm gonna get right into it. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink and snacks, and here we go. Alrighty. First off, I'm going to start off with the first game is Castlevania. This is in no particular order, whether the first one is my favorite or the last one is my least or most favorite or whatever. I'm just going in, like, basically what I feel, how I feel, what it is, So this isn't like my favorite game out of the 10 or anything like that. But anyway, Castlevania, guys, the original by Konami, an absolute classic side-scrolling action platformer, really fun boss battles, really cool different power-ups where you could get like a throwing dagger besides your whip, and your whip actually extends too as you go along. When you first start off, it's like kind of short, if you know what I mean. If you guys play the game, you know what I'm talking about. But overall, I remember having this game as a kid, and I would always play this, and it is such a fun game. It's something that still I could pop it in at any time and play it. I think there is one of the bosses that I'm stuck on, and I still can't beat it till all this time I've been trying to beat it. I think it's the Grim Reaper. That's the boss that I always get stuck on and I can't beat. It's just something about that. I gotta get more better at it and keep playing. And as you play any game, practice makes perfect, of course. An absolute classic, amazing game, action platformer. Definitely a cup of tea, one of my cup of tea as far as like genres of games go. And yeah, Castlevania. Next game I'm going to show is a Super Nintendo game, and me being a mega huge ginormous Ninja Turtle fan ever since I was a kid, I had to go with this as I was like picking through games what to choose next and whatnot. And that game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4: Turtles in Time. Hands down, one of the best beat 'em ups I've ever played. It's just polished to perfection. You get to play as any 4 of the turtles: Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, or Raphael. Me being a Raphael fan ever since I was a kid, it's just something about him, even though my favorite color is blue, and I love katana swords. You would probably think like, okay, I'm a Leonardo fan as far as if I had to pick like a favorite turtle. But it's just something about Raphael, the way he carries himself, the size, and just his attitude, everything about him. But I always usually play as Raphael. It's just something about it, him being my favorite turtle. if I want to switch it up as far as like gameplay, replay value, I would go with the other Turtles. And again, it's something that you could pop it in anytime, play it from beginning to end. And again, this is another game I haven't beat, so it's gonna go on my list to beat games, and so many other games that I have that I want to beat that I'm stuck on. But again, it's still fun to play. I love the graphics on this, the sound effects, everything about it. The music is amazing, fantastic music. It's really cool. Yeah, that's my next choice. Now these next two are also Nintendo related, but technically they are imports. So I wanted to pick out one game from different platforms, and the next two are import games. Actually, the next three, but they are Nintendo related. But it's a Famicom and a Super Famicom game, so it's not like where I chose two Nintendo and two Super Nintendo games. Technically, they are different because they're imports from Japan, and they are exclusives, which are really cool. And my next choice is YY World 2, another amazing game. Oh my god, I can't get enough of this game. Just something about it, the animation, the graphics, the music, the gameplay, everything about it. There is a part 1 as well to this, but part 2, I think, in my opinion, and a lot of others would probably agree as well. The YY World 2 is definitely superior to the first one. The first one's good too, kind of Castlevania-ish again, but something about this, it's more graphic-wise, it's better, the gameplay is better, and you get to play as different Konami characters. So basically, there's like a action platformer stages. There's like a racing stage, as far as I remember. There's also a couple of shooter stages, and this is something I ended up beating finally. It is really tough. It gets really difficult, but I think it was like 8 or 9 stages, if I remember correctly. So if you want to play as one of the characters from Contra, you can. Goemon from Mystical Ninja, he's in there. You could also play as there's a couple other characters from like Japanese games only that we didn't get out here, like this robot character. I don't know, he's like a cyborg kind of dude, in like a robot mech suit, whatever it is. If you guys know the game Getsu Fumaden, that character is in there. That's also another great game. I don't know exactly of the character's name, but he's like a samurai type of character. And who else you can play as? Oh, you can also play as Simon Belmont and a few other characters as well. It's just so great. Like Konami bunched all these characters up, and if you want, you get to pick like a few from the beginning. And as you play, if you get like a special power up, and then on the bottom of the screen where it starts blinking on the fly, you could switch your character, which is really awesome. An amazing game, absolutely amazing game, so much fun. YY World 2. Next one is a Super Famicom game, Hammer and Harry on the Super Famicom. And again, it's just something about this Japanese animation, the graphics, it's amazing, like beautifully made. The music, the gameplay, action platformer. You play as this character, Hammer and Harry, and your main weapon is a hammer. You could start off with like a wooden hammer. You could also upgrade as you go along, and the boss battles are really fun. Just overall, a fantastic game for the Super Famicom. An awesome game. Again, this is something where I could pop it in and play it from start to end, even if I can't end up beating the game. But one day I will accomplish that, hopefully beat that as well. Next one is a PC Engine game, and PC Engine is one of my favorite consoles, hands down. I love that thing, and I'm really focused more on collecting the exclusive titles, stuff that we didn't get out here in the States or anything like that. Even if it's like TurboGrafx games where I could get on the PC Engine for a good deal, I'm definitely going to get that and snag it for sure and pick it up. I remember seeing gameplay of like import games, and this was one of them. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, the only way you could play it is having a PC Engine, or some other ways I'm sure there is, but I wanted to get the actual physical copy. And I remember buying this game before I even got the console. So I got the game first before I actually bought the console. And I remember this game a few years back off of eBay. I got it for $20 free shipping. Uh, it is complete with everything is in there with a little protector, the cover sleeve cover. And that game, guys, is Sun 2. I would say in my PC Engine collection, it's definitely like in the top 3, top 5. Probably my favorite game, but definitely in the top 3, that's for sure, as far as like PC Engine games go. And as you can see, this is in my favorite games, like top 10 favorite games of all time. Again, beautiful graphics, side-scrolling action platformer. You play as this character, you have like a bow stick, and you're beating up the enemies, and you pick up like fruits as you go along, and like different gems, and the boss battles are really fun. Again, it's a game I haven't beat yet, but absolutely an amazing, awesome game. I might be saying amazing and awesome a lot or whatever. It's truly what they are, and that's what I see them as. And I just have a blast playing this game. It's really fun. Great game. Sun 2 for the PC Engine. Next one, another something that's really nostalgic to me. I remember I would play this in the arcades all the time, and that is Beats of Rage, the Simpsons arcade game. And as soon as I saw this on eBay, I was like, I'm definitely going to pick it up. And it's something that I would always play in the arcades. Another Konami masterpiece, I would say, as far as like a beat 'em up game goes. You get to play as Bart or Marge, Lisa, or Homer. My preference, I always usually pick Bart for whatever reason. I just like Bart as a character. But they're all really cool as far, again, for like replay value. You could switch it up and play as the other characters. So I think that's really cool. Really fun beat 'em up game, guys. Very true as far as like the graphics go. It's very true to the actual cartoon. It feels like you're actually in the cartoon, but you're controlling the characters and beating up all these enemies. And the boss battles are really cool as well. And as the story goes, it's really interesting too. So it's really cool. So Beats of Rage, yeah, the Simpsons arcade game on the Dreamcast. And I would always tell myself, like, why don't they make a port of this like any other systems? And then one day I was just like searching on eBay. When I saw this, I was like, man, I'm definitely going to pick it up. Awesome game. I absolutely love that. A really fun beat 'em up. Next one, I'm going to go with the PSP game. PSP game, yes. An absolute favorite of mine. This is a part of the Parasite Eve series. But as far as those games go, this is probably my favorite of the Parasite Eve games. I have the first one in my collection as far as Parasite Eve goes. I haven't played part 2 yet, but I would definitely pick this over that. It's just something about it. And for the PSP, it is the third birthday. And again, this is something that I'm glad I picked up back before all these games became crazy expensive. I really like that manual. Very, very sexy. Yes. Very cool. But overall, guys, it is a really fun third-person shooter. I absolutely love this game. I wish there was more games like this that I would come across and add to my collection. So overall, a really fantastic, amazing third-person shooter. I have a really good time playing this, so I have to put this in there as well as for my top 10, and that is the third birthday. Next one is a really huge, again, another nostalgic game for me. When I was in my early teenage years, I would always play this, and the cool thing about this is that this game is actually from the creators of Tomb Raider, And you can see whenever you play the game, it actually looked like those first PS1 Tomb Raider style graphics. And that is, next game I'm going to show is Ninja Shadow of Darkness. Another beat 'em up game. Absolutely amazing. 3D. It has its challenges. It does get really difficult. But man, what a fun game. I absolutely love this. Just holding this takes me back in time. When I was a teenager, I would always pop it in on my little mini PS1 console, on my little TV screen in my bedroom, just playing these games, and this was one of them. I would always play this in the Wu-Tang game. Still looking out for that Wu-Tang one. I wish I still had those. But anyway, so many games I had as a kid. But yeah, Ninja, Shadow of Darkness, another really cool, very fun beat 'em up game. Next one of my favorite series of all time. I had to pick one, so I had to go with Part 2, which is my favorite in the series for some reason. I don't know why, it just is. And that is Resident Evil 2 on the GameCube. It is complete in very nice condition. Just an absolute awesome game. Survival horror. As far as Capcom goes, I think Capcom is king of survival horror, and that is my opinion. But I'm sure a lot would agree with me on that one. I have all of the Resident Evil games on the GameCube, but I had to pick one, so I was like, let me get one survival horror in there. And you could play, I believe, as Leon Kennedy, and I don't want to mix them up because the female characters sometimes I mix up. I think Claire, you can also play as Claire Redfield. So they're both different stories. You get different weapons. And just an overall great game, guys. The puzzle elements, slaying all the zombies and all of that good stuff, and just getting away and going to the next area. It's just so much fun. I absolutely love Resident Evil 2. I like that cover art too. That's really badass. And that's my next choice, Resident Evil 2. Last but definitely not least, one of my favorite games, hands down, on the PS2, and that's saying a lot. Again, it's something where I could pop it in, play it from start, even if, you know, I haven't played it for a while, even if I put it back down. This I could compare it to like PS2 versions of Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts, something like that. And that is Maximo Ghosts 2 Glory on the PS2. Again, it's just something about it. Love the graphics on it. Love the story as well. Everything about it. Capcom just hit that stamp on it and said, all right, we're going to do this. And I also have Part 2, which I haven't played yet. I haven't gone into that. But I can't say too much about it because I haven't played it or experienced it yet. But yeah, guys, this is my next pick, and this is the last one. Maximo Ghosts to Glory. Absolutely amazing game. Action adventure. Super fun. And that is it. That's my final one. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for taking time and watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Stay up. And I hope all of you have a fantastic day. Take care, guys.